Hello, this is a short video on using the old key or the old menu system in Word and the shortcut and alternative keys to access the old menus that are still used in Word to access or open or view the header. And it's a simple one, Alt VH, V for view, H for header. That's less keys and easier to remember than the modern method. I will do a video on the modern method, but I like to teach my students Alt VH. It's just easier to remember and easier to get to. Microsoft try to be backward compatible with all of their updates to their software, and they have a lot of people that have learnt these keys. So far as I can tell, from the foreseeable future, they will keep them in. This is a nice one because it's quite hard with the keyboard to get to the header. Now, obviously, if you can just double click with the mouse on the header, that's fine. But using the keyboard shortcut, you can get to it wherever your cursor is, even if the header or the top or bottom of the page isn't viewable or isn't on view. And the keyboard shortcut for this is Alt, let go, V, let go, H. Now the V was for the old view menu. The new view ribbon is actually Alt W. I tell my students V is for view, H for header, easy to remember. Now the view in the header is the same as opening it, adding it in the first place if it isn't there, or opening it to view it, or opening it to edit. All the same thing. Alt VH. If you want to go down to the footer, just do Alt VH and do a down arrow once, possibly twice, and you'll be down into the footer. So let me show you an example of that. Press the Alt key, V, let go, H. So I'm just going to escape to come out of that header. I'm going to press Alt, let go, V for view, H for header, and I'm in the header. If I want to go to the footer, just do a down arrow and I'm in the footer. Now I'll escape from that. And I'll do it again. So I'm looking at this page and I can't see the actual top of the page, which I would have to scroll to if I wanted to double click on it to use my mouse. But I can still press the Alt VH and it immediately centers on the header. I'm just going to put a name in here. And then you may have noticed on my page there's some other shortcuts. Page number, the date and the file name. These are common fields or information that you would have in your headers or footer. There are shortcuts that are really worth memorizing because they're used quite a lot. The page number, which is usually in the footer, but in my example, I'm just putting it in the header, is Shift, Alt and P for page number, and that will automatically become 2, 3, 4 if we're on pages 2, 3, 4. Date, Shift, Alt, D for date, and that will automatically change when the date changes. Equally, you can also do Shift Alt T for time. Unfortunately, there isn't a shortcut for the file name, which is kind of annoying because it is used quite a bit. But to do that with the keys, to add the file name, the automatic file name with the keys, you have to go into the header and footer ribbon. And to do that, you press and let go of Alt. That opens up the upper ribbon. JH to get into the header and footer ribbon, and then we want I for info and N for name. I've got mine a little bit spaced together here, but that's the name shortcut header document that I'm in at the moment. So I'm just going to select or delete that, escape from that. I'm just going to go over it one more time. I'm going to press the Alt key. Doesn't matter where you are on the page. Press the Alt key, release, V, release, H for view header. Takes me to the header. I'm going to add the automatic date with Shift, Alt, D. I'm going to move over to the other side. I'm going to add the automatic file name. Isn't a shortcut for that, so I'm going to go Alt, turn on the ribbons, J, H, go into the header and footer, I for info, N for name. Now I want to go and put the page number in the footer. So I do a down arrow and I want to put it in the middle of the footer. So I'm going to tab once. The headers and footers are split into 3 columns. left, center, right, and you can move to them with the tab key. And I'm going to press Shift Alt P, and automatically my page number's got in there. I'm going to press Escape to come out of the header and footer. I'm just going to scroll up and then scroll down to check that it's done that. For those that don't know, I'm sure everybody knows now, but it shows grey on the screen just to tell you the text is grey, to tell you that it's inside the header or footer. When you actually print that, it will all be the same colour text. I hope that has been some help. It's an old menu keyboard shortcut. Alt VH is a lot easier than the latest way of using the keyboard shortcuts to get into a header and footer. I hope that's been of some help. Any questions, please put them in the comments. Thanks for watching.